blue corner, Lynell House.
Our next matchup here, our fourth professional fight of the evening, will feature some ladies coming to the cage. First is Lynell House, a professional fighter out of Edmonton.
And Lynell House has put together a significant fight career in just a short time. She started a couple of years ago, back in November of 2012, won her first fight against Sarah McGran, and since then has put together a 2-1 amateur career, won her first two professional fights, is on a 2-fight loss streak right now, but looking to rectify that here against her opponent tonight.
That last fight coming in Great Falls, Montana in May of this year. Lost to Emily Corso. She's fought in London, Ontario, Cold Lake, Alberta. So getting some travel miles built up at the very least. She looks to get back on a winning streak here at Rumble in the Cage 50.
One of those things just to note, because we have actually very few of them. She's a left-handed fighter, so uses that kind of southpaw style. It's a little awkward to go against if it's not something you're used to.
And in the red corner, please welcome Erin McDougall.
Fighting out of Tulsa, Oklahoma is Erin McDougall, although Lethbridge is her home. One professional fight so far under her belt. She brings some experience as well, as mostly as an amateur, but looking to continue her good form as a professional.
Well, again, with the amount of fights that some of these fighters are having as amateurs, it allows them to work out the kinks in their game so that they're the most prepared and the best fighter they can possibly be. If you look at Erin McDougall, who had 6 fights as an amateur, then won her professional debut in a pretty unanimous decision against Jamie Jones down in Tulsa. So a very experienced fighter that, again, took her time in the amateur ranks, worked out those kinks, and was able to be the best professional that she can be.
McDougall has done most of her fighting in Oklahoma, but does have one Rumble in the Cage credit under her belt. Rumble in the Cage 45 way back in November of 2011, a loss to Brittany Francis. And we look at it tail to tape. McDougall 1-0 as a pro, 5 foot 6 inches tall. She weighed in at 124 pounds. Lynell House 2-2 as a pro, also at 5 foot 6 and 124, fighting out of Edmonton right now.
Getting a last check from Mark Aparicio, who we'll see again in the main events back in the cage.
So with the ladies ready to rumble here, we'll get Keith Crawford to give us the formal introductions.
This next fight is brought to you by longtime Rumble in the Cage sponsor, OK Tire. This fight will be fought in the 125-pound weight division and is a professional fight contested over 3 5-minute rounds. And now first, introducing in the blue corner, fighting out of Edmonton, Alberta, with a record of 2 wins, 2 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Lynell House of Pain. And in the red corner, fighting out of the Factory and CNC Lethbridge, with an unblemished professional record of 1 win, no losses. She weighed in at 123.8 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Erin McDougall. The man in charge of this action when it starts inside the cage is Mr. Jaron Valel.
So this matchup at 125 pounds features Lynell House. She's in the yellow trunks with black trim, fighting out of Edmonton, Alberta. Erin McDougall from Lethbridge, fighting now out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, in the black skirt with pink trim, and Jaron Valel is our official.
I'm impressed that you know that's a skirt.
A skirt plus shorts is a skort.
Or a shirt.
So McDougall trying to open things up, using some kicks. Once again, fighting against a southpaw. Good body blow there from McDougall. House now trying to counter with a left hand on the button.
Again, a little odd for seeing that left-handed fighter, and that means the jabs, everything's coming from a different angle. It also makes that front foot more susceptible to leg kicks, and Lynell House able to target that one. Again, she's used to fighting against right-handers all the time. She doesn't have to adapt. Good head movement from Lynell House.
A minute into this matchup. And it looks like the game plan for McDougall is to work on that lead leg.
Good kicks from both the athletes, trying to feel each other out.
McDougall again with the inside leg kick. Outside leg kick returned by House.
I'm surprised that McDougall isn't catching these because House's kicks, although they're powerful, they're remaining on the leg just a little bit too long. And we'll see if McDougall will adapt her game to be able to catch those kicks. Good check by Lynell House.
We all know what that can do. Just ask Anderson Silva. A well-checked kick.
I prefer never to think about that
I know.
in my life again. Where were you when you felt sick to your stomach?
Kick to the body there from McDougall. House now trying to rush her in tight. McDougall gets House up against the cage now. Same height and dimension, so no real advantage that way, but McDougall does get the takedown.
And that weight over the shoulders and inside control now, but Lynell House trying to work inside, trying to get in. Now he has that butterfly guard. And again, just with the physiology, most of the weight is on the hips of most of the female fighters. So if you can use the butterfly guard effectively and push those hips up, you're able to get off your back. But good advancing the position here from Erin McDougall.
Trying to get some separation. Also trying to work maybe that right leg free. Short left hand. A couple more from McDougall now.
Good punches landing here.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the first round. McDougall has House right up against the cage in her corner as well, so she can get all the instruction she needs from her trainers, David Heath, Clay Mars, or Thomas Longacre.
You also see Lee Mien in the corner.
Before she went to Oklahoma, McDougall was a member of the Canadian Martial Arts Center, and when she's in town, does train there as well.
Just over a minute remaining, and still this pressure down and landing these shots is Erin McDougall. Lynell House, again, probably wants to turn this more into a brawl than a fight. That's why she rushed forward, but it was good work to take her down, Erin McDougall, and try and work. Now working to get mission control is Lynell House, using that flexibility, and now does have that arm in, working for the omoplata, using it to sweep over, but still a danger position here for Erin McDougall.
So flexible is Lynell House. Almost got McDougall in a precarious position with 30 seconds to go. McDougall holding on to that left leg.
This is an opportunity for Lynell House to possibly steal the round. If she can lay down some big shots here with just short time remaining, it might be able to put some emphasis in the judges' minds, make it a little more difficult for them. Always ending the round, or ending the round on top always looks good.
Get up there!
Trying to isolate the arm. Lynell House may not have enough time to get it here, though, as she does rally nicely there at the end of the first round. Lynell House. Erin McDougall was pushing